Kaboom! Pipe it up, Bird Buzz. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. We 3-2. We all right. We ain't too bad. We ain't too bad. Bird Buzz. Steven, I'm here alongside Tom Aresco.
Oh, we're excited. It's almost about to be Eagles football.
Time for the Sammy.
Yeah, and we just want to get a win.
We just want to get a win. We need to win. It's gonna be big. Everyone's down, but this is a young team, and this is what's gonna happen. Stuff like this is gonna happen.
First year coaching staff entirely. So.
Running a whole new offense, defense, new quarterback, new
everything. And we're playing with house money up 3-0, and then they dropped 2, which is pretty disappointing, especially because you expect these guys to beat these teams. But both our predictions, if you go back, I had this team at 3-2 after dropping the game to the Redskins. That doesn't mean necessarily I'm like, oh well, I was right and I'm happy. I never want to see them lose. I want 16-0. I want 16 wins. But I did, realistically, when the schedule came out, predicted they'd be 3-2 right now, and I got them beating the Minnesota Vikings, and that's all you guys need to know for now.
That's all you need to know. So let's go to the Bird Buzz question. First question, Jason Artican 99 asks, better franchise QB, Dak or Wentz?
I like that we got Jason's question in because I seem like we always miss him with that
the time difference. Big one.
But I think it's Carson Wentz. I mean, the things Carson Wentz can do he elevates your whole team. He's the best playmaker. That's the problem. We're asking our rookie quarterback to be our best player.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, not a slight to Dak, because I know a lot of people know I don't like the Cowboys and all that, but I'm not, naive to the fact that he works for what they're trying to do. I just think, however, that Carson Wentz is, more multifaceted in the ways he can affect and help your offense, and that. Dak's doing his thing in Dallas. They've got a good thing going on, and that's the best quarterback right now for that system. They're a great team right now. You can't deny that. But I just think Carson Wentz is the complete package, and when you get things around him, he's going to be lethal. Yeah. And even when you have guys kind of lagging, like you're seeing now, he's still making plays, and it's just pretty evident that he's a lethal weapon, and I think Prescott's a different kind of weapon there, but he's doing his thing too.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more to there. Billy Eberline 28 asks, who will be the biggest threat on both the Vikings and the Cowboys in these next 2 games coming up?
The biggest threat, I'd say for the Cowboys, I'll jump ahead. I'll go Ezekiel Elliott. For the Vikings, it's more their defense.
I
think their
defensive line.
17 sacks out of the 19 that the team has. I like Anthony Barr a lot too, and they have a nice athletic secondary. It's going to be a very tough challenge. That defense as a whole is amazing. But like I said with the Cowboys, it's going to be that O-line. Trying to get some disruption back there, but Ezekiel Elliott's running the ball like a madman right now as a rookie, and it's crazy to see the things he's being able to do right now. So it'll be about stopping him, stopping that run game, and forcing Prescott to throw downfield, because that's not really something he's done a whole lot this year. Whether he can do it or not is a different story, but I want to see it. So
it should be interesting to see how it all turns out. Next question, Jespin2001 asks, why are the Eagles not good?
Well, I don't think they're not good. I think if the expectations determines what people think is good and not good, and I mean, a lot of people before the season were saying that they were going to be a 5-win team, and some more of the positive fans were saying they would be, closer to 10-6 or 9-7 and maybe compete for the division title. And then, I could say
a 3-0 start.
A lot of the more mild-mannered fans or keep their temper in check fans thought 7-9, 8-8 would be a pretty good season for this young team. And I think when you combine all those things together, their ceiling being 10-6. I mean, that might not happen, but at the same time, it's not going to be much lower than that, I don't think. And I think that's pretty impressive for a team like the Eagles that just revamped everything and went through a pretty high turnover rate. Are going to be a pretty good team, and they'll probably be competing in December. Now that's yet to be seen on what happens, but I don't think they're not good. I just think that they're
making rookie mistakes. A young team, this is what happens.
Early in the process,
you gotta go through these.
No team is exempt from growing pains. As I like to say. So that's kind of what it is. They're 3-2, and that doesn't for what they are. That's not bad. So, I know it's disappointing, but it's not bad. Right?
It's not bad at all. Zachary Ivy asks, why are there so many fans starting to worry about this team, saying they're no good? We lost 2 winnable games. This is a good team. Just got to fix up some mistakes. Let's be fans, not critics. And I couldn't agree more, man. I couldn't agree more. Everyone's down on this team. And they lost 2 winnable games. But you look at those games, especially the Detroit game, the refs were brutal. We didn't make enough plays to win in either of those games, but sorry, if those games are called fair, both those games are called fair, we're probably 4-1 right now.
Yeah.
At least. So it's it's unfortunate with the breaks that we're catching, but like everything that I'm seeing, the player development, that's the big thing for this year. Especially Carson Wentz, not getting him killed.
Absolutely. His last game got him killed a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
I agree with him completely as well. I think that something he said is we lost 2 winnable games, and I don't think he meant that in a bad way. I think he meant that in a way of like, look, we could have had those games, but you know, you're seeing a couple things here and there didn't go right, and that's what you lose by in the NFL. So you have to, you're seeing the development, like you said. So I think it's good. I like that follow up to the last question because that's kind of what it is. Let's be fans, not critics. It's like this is the time we got to stand by these guys and hope they can get it turned around and keep going forward. And it's cool to have a quarterback. Some of these things are in place, so that's good.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because like we're playing so poorly in these last 2 games, but we're right in it to the end. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, so this team can actually get it together a little bit. You can see what happens.
Yeah.
And it's the Pittsburgh Steelers game. At that Ninjas Day asked, will Doug help Big V this game or will he leave him on the island again?
It's just tough to help a guy every single snap. So at some point in the NFL, the defensive coordinators are going to find a way to get your one of the tackles one-on-one with one of their ends, and if you can't block a professional defensive end, you shouldn't be in the game. And that's I think the biggest help Doug Peterson could do, which he's not going to because he does want to evaluate Big V, is to bench him and put Steven Wisniewski in there at guard and get Alan Barber out to tackle. And it's this simple. They have NFL experience. They're men. Yeah. They've grown into their bodies. They've been in the NFL strength and conditioning programs for years. Yeah. They are grown men. They're going to get beat a couple times because they're not that good, but they're not going to be just
getting plowed over,
worthless out there, and helpless because they have no clue what to do or how to react. Yeah. Big V's a 5th-round rookie. And you're asking him to go out there and block a Ryan Kerrigan. He's a Pro Bowl defensive end. And now you're going up against the Vikings, who you know what they do. 17 sacks amongst that defensive line. 8 from the side that he's going to go with. So to block from. So they tally up the sacks. Yeah. And it's just you can't even get a fair evaluation of this guy because he's not going to look good.
Yeah, there's no chance at all.
Doesn't mean he's not going to be good or be a solid depth player for you. But this is Doug Peterson trying to evaluate this guy against these players, against these teams. This is preseason
about the time. Yeah, exactly.
To evaluate him. Not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the real deal, and he's not ready for this.
No, not at all. All right, next question. At Johnny, I don't even know how you say it. Johnny Fit asked, how likely are we to trade for Joe Thomas? Probably not likely. But we'd like it,
Big trades don't happen, but we were talking about it. It would give you an option there at tackle. Right tackle, he'd be a little out of position this year, but he'd take over for Peters. Lane Johnson would come back and be the right tackle, and you have 2 good tackles. It doesn't matter what you're paying him exactly. And Joe Thomas would give you a couple years to groom somebody or find another guy, and he gives you elite production because you don't want to get your young quarterback killed. If it's Bradford still in there, sure, put Big V out there. Sorry, Bradford, but we don't really need to evaluate you. The fact that you're having Big V out there and he's going to hurt Carson Wentz, that's even worse. So getting another tackle would be good, but I don't think Joe Thomas is likely. It's just big names usually don't get moved. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Next question. It's Miles asks, does Carson Wentz make the Pro Bowl?
He could.
Maybe.
He could.
Aaron Rodgers makes it every year. Even though he's not having a good year, he's just a household name.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson probably will. Yeah, I just don't think he's
But some of those guys might not be interested in playing because they in the playoffs and stuff. Yeah. So maybe he could as a reserve. Probably not. Either way, it's a good question. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback for a long time though. So once those guys kind of get to their end, he'll have his time. It's just a little early right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next question at Tim Wack. Have the Cowboys already taken control of the division?
As of right now, they've showed that they're the team to beat. I mean, you can't deny that. I'm the biggest Cowboy hater, and I think they're the best team in the NFL. No, I'm just kidding. They're amongst the top 6 teams right now in the NFL.
Definitely.
How they're playing right now, they're amongst a handful of teams. It's one of the best in the league, not just the NFC, not just the NFC East. So I can tell it's a long season, and that's why you play the whole. Atlanta looks like the best team in the league right now. People are starting to say that. And this is every year with this team. I mean, so you have to see how things shake out. But I do think Dallas is for real. I think they're a contender to maybe go deep in the playoffs. If I had to pick, I'd say that they wouldn't win the Super Bowl or even go to the Super Bowl because they're inexperienced. They're a dangerous team going forward. with Prescott, Elliott, that offensive line. And it's going to be fun to take them on for years to come with that team against our team that we're growing right now. So I like it. It's cool.
I think it's hard to say taking control of the division just because of how early it is. And also, you know, the Eagles down the stretch, they play, you know, all their division, you know, they have a lot of divisional games down in December.
Come down to December.
A lot of home games. So if the Eagles are just somewhat close, they're going to be able to control their own destiny. So it's really hard to. And you play Dallas the last game of the season at home. So
exactly, you don't know what's going to happen. So if you say they're taking control of anything right now, no, maybe not, but they're definitely putting their stamp on their season early on and saying, look, this is who we are. We're going to run it at you. We're going to. You're not going to be able to stop us, and they've been able to do that so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all. And they've had injuries too. That's crazy.
Next question at CN Jones 50 asks, what will be the biggest threat to the Eagles this week? I mean, D-line, that's kind of what we talk.
Yep, gonna be the D-line.
You know, I think we can keep the offense in check. Sam Bradford has no one to throw to.
No.
It's been all Sammy B.
Just gotta be real, you just gotta be real disciplined. Their offense isn't that good. Don't let guys spring open downfield and get pressure on Sam Bradford. You know, that D-line, that O-line's not good either. They're missing 2 starting offensive tackles. They're missing Adrian Peterson, obviously. They're lacking some explosiveness on their offense as well. We're at home. It's going to be a defensive battle, I think, and it's going to come down to which defense cracks first and lets the other offense kind of like get some momentum and separate themselves. And when that happens, it's like giving a good pitcher a lead, you know? It's going to be tough to overcome. So hopefully we can be the ones that make them play from behind, because if we have to, it's going to be tough. Really tough sledding if we got to play from behind against the Minnesota.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Next question at JP1214 asks, do you think we will take the division? Yes!
Yeah, I gotta believe still, till we're mathematically eliminated, I gotta say we have a shot at this. And we get Lane Johnson back later in the season, and maybe if we're a game or 2 back, he comes back and
pipes it up. Pipes it up. I'm telling you, too many things. I'm telling you, Dallas will come down to earth a little bit. Could they win the division? Are they a good team? Yeah, but they're gonna come down to earth a little bit. They're not 5-1 good. Next question, Nicole. I can never say her last name. Nicole Clutcherich. Should the tight ends get more action based on how good the Vikings defense is supposed to be? I mean, I think you got to get the tight ends in there to, you know, help block and stuff for sure.
Yeah, and you got to target them a little. Zach,
you got to find
Trey Burton has been nowhere to be found.
You know what hasn't
been doing?
I just didn't really have anything to do with tight ends, but Darren Sproles, like, whoa.
Yeah, well,
why is he not even on the field?
Yeah, where's he been? I mean,
he's been like our best playmaker when he get the ball in his hands, but
catching passes. I mean, how hard is it to use some of these guys? So
my fly's been open the whole video.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway.
So yeah, either way, you gotta love having some of these playmakers.
Yeah, but you gotta get Ertz in there. Just get him some targets. They're not even targeting him. Like, hey, people are like, he hasn't showed up, but they're not even targeting him.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that. It's you gotta just absolutely
involve screens. I don't know.
You gotta fall in love with the scheming and the playbooks and finding ways to get guys open like you were the first 3 weeks. I don't get it. It just seems like it's completely different.
And what the Chiefs do with Kelsey, try and do that here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Last question, and it's a good one. From Justin Bradley 13, he asked, J Brad 13, should the Eagles bring back Harambe from the dead to play right tackle? Or should we have Harambe and Big V fight to the death for the right tackle spot? Bring him back! Yeah. Bring him back! God, I miss Harambe. I miss him. I miss him a lot.
This guy does.
I miss him a lot. But I think there needs to be some competition here. You know, I think Harambe would do a better job right now. Not even kidding.
I think Namdi would come in and.
Oh yeah, we could use Namdi in the secondary too.
Yeah, he would come in and make some plays.
Put out a tweet the other day, you know, about Eagles we could use right now. Nali Asamoah, Vince Young,
Jason Babin.
Jason Babin was in there. Sean Andrews, Stacey Andrews. You know, we have those guys right now. We'd be winning some games.
I think that. Vince Young bringing a guy with that kind of confidence on the team, you know,
I think he'd rally the troops, you know. Yeah, it'd be like the equivalent of Embiid, like on the bench, not playing, but just kind of, you know,
getting everyone
fired up. Yeah, but Harambe and Big V, they got in a fight though. I mean, Harambe would.
Harambe would win, but I think Big V would have a chance there.
You think so?
At the end there, he would.
Yeah.
And then as it ended, it would be Harambe that would come after.
Yeah. Harambe probably wouldn't even have to get out of his stance to be effective, though.
Nah, he could stay.
Yeah, he could stay and just kind of jab people.
Yeah.
Big V can't do that.
Nah, Big V is.
He can't even get out of the stance.
Yeah, Big V does not do anything good. So yeah,
No.
this has become absolutely ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Fly,
I
Eagles,
think
fly.
it's no, because we're trying to remember Harambe, and
Yeah.
you know it's
Yeah,
important.
Absolutely, but Harambe or not, we got to win this game on Sunday. And
Yeah.
What's your final prediction?
Well, we're gonna do it for Harambe. The Eagles are gonna win because this is such an Eagles thing to do, and they're at home. The Eagles just they've been playing better at home as of late. The past couple of years. So I think they're gonna win 24-17.
24-17.
Yeah.
I'm going with 19-16. Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
19-16.
It just
Philadelphia Eagles.
It's just this is just something the Eagles do. They win these games they're not supposed to, and they lose the ones that they should.
You heard it here first,
You heard it here, guys. We're winning. We're winning on Sunday.
This is a win coming up
For Harambe.
for everyone. In
That's
Philly.
what he wanted. That's what he
For
wanted.
everyone in Philly, and it's the gorilla from the Cincy Zoo. And then we got Dallas after the bye, guys. So stay tuned.
Yep.
Stay locked.
Yep.
You just keep hope up, keep
Yeah.
faith, and keep remembering this is a developmental
Yeah.
time right now for this young team to go through some adversity and come out on top.
Yeah. Well, if you guys can trust the process of the Sixers, let's trust the process of this team because the Sixers suck. Have a good one, guys.